In this video, we're testing different types of tools for scraping. Scraping means going into a website to extract useful data. For example, many people in retail, especially in fast-moving consumer goods, often need to keep an eye on competitors' prices. So they usually hire someone to check websites every week to see what prices competitors are selling their products at. What you see on the screen now is a website similar to Manus in Hong Kong. Suppose you want to know the prices of all your competitors' toothpastes, you would have to go to this website and search for toothpaste. Here you'll find a total of 219 different products, and normally you would need someone to manually copy the product names as well as their corresponding prices into a spreadsheet one by one. Just hearing this, you can tell it's a huge waste of time and effort. So I'm going to test 3 AI agent tools and compare them with some traditional scraping tools I usually use to see which one works better. These 3 tools are namely Manus, GenSpark, and ChatGPT Agent. First, I tried using Manus. Here I gave it an instruction telling it to go to this website and record all the toothpaste products. It needs to provide the product names and prices and put them into the spreadsheet. Technically, Manus and ChatGPT Agent work on the same principle. They each have their own independent computer, which we call a virtual computer. Through this virtual computer, they actually enter the website and perform real clicks. Here, you can see on the right side of the screen, it has entered the website, then it types in the word toothpaste at the top, and then it says it needs to go into different sections to collect the necessary data. Here it sees that there are a total of 127 toothpaste products. But if I go back to the website and check, when I search for toothpaste here, there should be 219 toothpaste products. So I don't know why it missed some. Next, you'll see that it continually clicks the next page button at the bottom and keeps saving the data as it goes. After it finishes collecting the data, it runs the code and then checks the results. The whole process takes about 15 minutes. On the first page, it successfully found the product and price information that was available. On the second page, it even went further and analyzed the price comparison between products. Simply put, it performed some additional analyses that I did not specifically request, but the biggest problem is that the product data it retrieved is incomplete. The website indicates there should be a total of 219 products, but it only found and displayed 25 products. My guess is that after Manus set up this AI agent, there were some restrictions put in place because actually this task is very token consuming. The way it works is, after it enters each page of a website, it takes a screenshot, a JPEG, and then inputs that JPEG into the model to analyze which button coordinates on the image are clickable. For example, in this case, the next button it needs to click is the number 2 here. After clicking on the number 2, it might take another screenshot every second or every 2 or 3 seconds. So it's constantly inputting images for analysis, and feeding these images in for analysis is actually very token intensive. So overall, Manus doesn't perform well on tasks that require very precise data extraction. Next, we tested GenSpark. Here, I specifically chose the AI spreadsheet, then entered exactly the same instructions as before. Similarly, after running for about 10 minutes, it produced the results. Just by looking at the screen now, you can tell that this task wasn't successful. It only found 11 products. Now let's take a look at how it works. Unlike the Manus tool, GenSpark doesn't use a virtual computer. So you might be wondering, if it doesn't use a virtual computer, how does it retrieve this data? Here, you'll see that it actually makes use of a search method. In other words, imagine it opens Google, then searches for toothpaste prices on Google, and uses the answers returned by the search engine to fill in the data in the spreadsheet. The problem with this method is that it's not accurate, because you need to open the virtual computer to precisely see all 219 products. If you search for toothpaste on the internet, you won't be able to accurately determine exactly which of the 219 different products they are referring to. So the way GenSpark works simply won't succeed for this particular task. Next, I tested the newly launched agent feature in ChatGPT, which also allows you to use spreadsheets for data analysis, and then I entered the same prompt as before. Here, you can see that it says it has a computer running in the background, so its working principle is essentially the same as Manus. It has its own virtual computer environment, which it uses to process tasks. Here, you can clearly see that after it successfully opened the web page, it entered the word toothpaste in the search bar. So it ran for a total of 12 minutes, and then it provided me with the spreadsheet. Now let me quickly check the results. This spreadsheet isn't particularly easy to read, but I can simply download it directly from the top right corner. First, the price of the first product is $11.70, which is correct. Next, the second product is also $11.70, which is correct. Then for the third product in the list, here I simply copy the full name, go back to the spreadsheet, press Ctrl and F to search for it, and this one is priced at $10.95, which is all correct. Due to time constraints, I have to randomly sample in order to check. So I go to the very last page, then I copy this product name, and similarly, I search for it. And it's really there. $8.90 is absolutely correct. Here I found a problem. There should be 219 products on the official website, but there are only 90 in this spreadsheet. But here's the thing, sis. On that website, among the 219 products, there are actually some that are toothbrush heads and such. For example, this one is an electric toothbrush head. What's that about? Later, the seller smartly excluded these toothbrush heads, right? So I tried searching online for the name of this electric toothbrush head, and honestly, I really couldn't find it. So there's another thing that everyone noticed, and this is exactly where AI differs from traditional tools. Traditional scraping tools work on the principle that when you enter the word toothpaste, they will pull out and display the names and prices of all 219 products for you. However, when using AI tools, because artificial intelligence understands the meaning of the text, it will automatically exclude certain products that are just toothbrush heads. So, in this particular aspect, ChatGPT is able to do this. To help everyone better understand these scraping tools, I'll quickly demonstrate how traditional scraping is typically done. The tool that I'm currently using is called Browse.ai. Alright, here I can enter the URLs of the websites I want to scrape, and then this tool will use its browser to open the web page for me. After that, I can select the specific content I want to scrape. For example, I choose to capture the text content. And then I just need to move the mouse over and carefully select the area that contains the text. And then it will automatically detect and identify information such as the product name, the brand name, the price, the discounted price, as well as other important details about the product. For example, if there's some information I still need, like a photo, or if there's something I don't need, I can click and remove it. I can also set a limit on the amount of data to scrape and specify what I want or don't want. Where is the button for the next page? Alright, this is what I need to do. So after it finishes scraping this page, it will automatically do the same for the next one. Once I've selected everything, I just confirm, and then I can set a schedule so it will go in and scrape the data at set times. This is the traditional scraping technique. Overall, I'm pretty amazed that AI bot from ChatGPT can actually do it. And it does it even better than traditional methods because it automatically filters out products that aren't toothpaste. When I was making this demo video, I honestly thought it wouldn't be able to do it. But the result was that it not only did it, but did it really well. If your job requires you to regularly pull data from certain websites, I recommend you give the AI bot from ChatGPT a try. Setting it up is extremely simple. You just need to type or say what you want, and that's it. I personally spend a lot of time every day trying out many different new AI tools, and on September 20th, I'll be sharing the latest AI tools and some tips and insights on how to use them with participants in the AI Upgrade main workshop. After completing this one-day workshop, you'll learn how to use different tools to boost your work efficiency. This workshop is only held once a month, and the early bird ticket price for this session will end this Friday. If you're interested in learning more, feel free to click the link below the video. See you in our next video.